Governor Ubasani, represented by Dr. Adiza Balarabe, Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, at the maiden Procurement, Logistics and Supply Management International Industry Summit 1.0 2025, says it was eventually time and to showcase the government's commitment to development. Galaxy TV's Wilson Yakusak tells us more in this report.
Declaring the three-day conference open on behalf of her principal, the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State conveyed her principal warm felicitations to the participants and expressed keen interest in receiving the summit's communique. Delivering the governor's remarks, she said the summit marked a significant step in the state's agenda to strengthen accountability, transparency, and institution building through modern procurement systems. According to her, the collaboration between the academia, the government is central to the state's efforts to deepen innovation, accountability, and evidence-based policy in public procurement.
The gender-responsive procurement policy, one of the first of its kind in Nigeria, reflects our conviction that public procurement must not only be efficient but equitable. Designed to widen access for women-owned enterprises, this policy underscores an economic truth. Societies flourish when all voices have a seat at the table and all talents have room to thrive. Across Kaduna State, transformative infrastructure projects are reshaping our economic terrain. In rural communities, new access roads are native villages to markets, reducing isolation and igniting opportunities for farmers, traders, and small businesses.
It has also allowed us to produce research that inform reform at state and national level. Early next year, I'm happy to announce that we will conduct a workshop on indigenous supply chain management that will gather practitioners from all over Nigeria and Africa to capture our indigenous supply chain procedures.
Stakeholders from the industry congratulated Kaduna State government for the beautiful initiative and reiterated the need for systems in the country to meet international best practices as governments globally rethink supply chains for greater resilience.
Bold reforms, strategic vision, and a steady evolution into a state of many firsts. Our procurement reforms journey spanned more than 2 decades, beginning in 2007 when the first structural foundation for procurement oversight was established with the creation of Bureau of Budget Implementation, Monitoring and Price Intelligence, otherwise known as BBI. Since then, Kaduna State has continued to strengthen procurement reforms and transparency initiatives, earning recognition for achieving several historical national fests.
Regular partnership needed to drive sustainable reform, knowledge, standard, practical execution while working together. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this summit could not have come at a more appropriate time in our national development journey. Procurement, logistics, and supply chain management are no longer mere technical functions in governance and commerce.
The three-day summit is expected to produce a communique outlining strategies for the strengthening procurement governance and enhancing supply chain efficiency in Nigeria. Bosan Yakusak, Galaxy Television, Kaduna.